So then, with the World Cup right around the corner, it is literally happening today, right? South Africa versus Mexico, the first game of the World Cup, like it was back in 2010. It's starting today. The World Cup vibes are already in. Everyone's going to go crazy. This is going to be a month of madness, right? Today, I decided to make a video of the players with the most pressure in this World Cup. So I've got a top 10 list of the players that I think have the most pressure coming into the biggest sporting tournament there is. And the World Cup, there's a lot of pressure during the World Cup. Sometimes that pressure is good, like it was for Mbappe when he scored a hat trick in a World Cup final. Those penalties, those goals, he took the entire burden of France on his shoulders and said, I'll take you to promised land. He almost did as well with one of the best performances in a World Cup final we've ever seen. This World Cup, I think there's about 10 players that I look at and go, you guys have a lot of pressure on you. You guys need to deliver in this situation because you are one of the best players in the world and everyone's expecting a lot from you. Now, I'm going to start with some honorable mentions. One of my honorable mentions is Ashraf Hakimi. AFCON champion, Morocco's best player, Morocco's star player. A lot of Africans, a lot of people from Morocco are going to be expecting a lot of things from the likes of Ashraf Hakimi because he is one of their best players and he's someone everyone's looking at Morocco and going, oh, these guys can be dark horses. These guys can actually make a run into the tournament. And they have to because Ashraf Hakimi has to deliver. And I think a lot of player people are going to be looking at him. And that's why I think he is one of my honorable mentions. My second honorable mention is Words. I was about to say squirts, but Words. Florian Wirtz was bought by Liverpool for almost 125 million. And going into this tournament, I think he has to prove to everyone why he's still one of the best camps in the world and why he was actually worth 125 million. Because right now, I think he's not. I genuinely think this guy, I don't know if he's worth 120 million. So he has to really prove why he's still one of the best players and why Germany can still depend on him because Germany has to depend on someone and he is the player they need to depend on most, if not for Musiala. Now then, with that sorted, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 is Unai Simon. Unai Simon is keeping out two of the best goalkeepers in the world on the bench. He's keeping John Garcia, the La Liga winner, La Liga Player of the Year award winner, and David Raya, Premier League's best goalkeeper and a Premier League winner, on the bench. There's two reasons why he's keeping them on the bench. Simple, right? De La Fuente loves him. There's a lot of talk in the dressing room. Everyone loves him. Everyone respects him. Pedri, Gavi, they were talking about this in an interview, saying we like Unai Simon. We respect Unai Simon. Unai Simon's the one we talk to the most. Unai Simon's the one we converse with the most. And clearly, he's a respected man in the Spanish dressing room. And he is someone De La Fuente really trusts. He's like his day one. But everyone's going to be looking at him because if he makes a mistake, everyone's going to go, ooh, what if Dryer was there? Ooh, what if John Garcia was there? Because Unai Simon is prone to mistakes and he's not had the best club season this season. But he's still going to start for Spain and he's going to have a lot of pressure on him to not make a mistake, to really perform at his best level during this World Cup. Because if he doesn't, we all know the world's going to look at him and go, De La Fuente, you chose Unai Simon, this guy. I think you should have taken Raya. I think you should have taken John Garcia, because of that, I think Unai Simon is number 10 for me and a person with a lot of pressure on him, especially during situations like penalties. If Spain were to go to penalties, Unai Simon really has to step up and go and save some of those penalties. Because if he doesn't, every time he makes a mistake, every time he does something wrong, the world's eyes are going to be on him going, oh, Raya could have played there. Raya could have saved that. Or John Garcia could have played there. He could have saved that. So that's why I think Unai Simon for me is number 10 on this list. Number 9 on this list for me is Lamine Yamal. Now, that might come as a shock to you, right? I go, oh, he's only 18. Why does he have a lot of pressure on him? He's not someone you're going to expect too much. He still has 2 or 3 World Cups left. I would agree with you on that. But I think he brings the pressure on him himself, firstly. And secondly, he's face of football now. He is the face of football. He's the face of modern football. And he's coming into this tournament not as an 18-year-old kid, but as an absolute superstar. A lot of people are expecting Lamine Yamal to be the best player at this tournament. Some people already say, like me, I think he's the best player in the world. A lot of people still say on his day he's the best player in the world. I think he's still the best player in the world, and he's coming into this tournament with that title. And with that title comes a lot of pressure. A lot of Spanish players and fans and influencers around the world have spoken in interviews where they've been asked, who do you think is going to be the best player in the world in this tournament? Everyone has said it'll be Lamine Yamal. And I think he'll be the breakout star. He's going to be the best player. And I think with all that commotion, all that noise, comes a lot and a lot of pressure. And if Lamine Yamal fails to perform, and because of that, Spain go out, a lot of people are going to come on Lamine Yamal and say, "Oh, look at this kid. He's just an overhyped kid. The pressure is getting to him. He cannot handle the pressure. He cannot deliver in these big moments. Although he has, people forget. People forget. They only care about what you do this World Cup, and that's why I think he is going to have a lot of pressure on him this World Cup, especially for Spain, because he's not the most favorite in Spain. People say racial slurs on him when he plays for Barcelona, whereas when he plays for Spain, it's a different story. But it tells me he's not the most favorite. And his off-field antics, which I think are fun, right? I think he's a very good kid, and he doesn't even mean most of the things he says. He just says them because they're funny. People take them seriously. People take them seriously, and I think that also brings a lot of pressure. So that's why I think Lamine Yamal does have a lot of pressure coming to the World Cup, and that's why he is on this list, and he is number 9. Number 8 on this list is Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham coming to this tournament is England's superstar. He's England's not the best player, but one of the best England players, right? He's coming to this tournament as England's biggest talent. He's coming to this tournament as the guy for the big moments where England does stuff, where England need help. Jude Bellingham is going to be the one to save us. That's what everyone in England expects, right? A lot of people fought Thomas Tuchel to get Jude Bellingham. A lot of people thought, oh, Thomas Tuchel's not going to get Jude Bellingham, and the entire nation of England went crazy. They're like, how can you not get Jude Bellingham? He's one of the best players. How can you do that? For me, Jude Bellingham is probably England's second best player after Harry Kane when he's doing it at his best. But he needs to perform because the last 2 years for Real Madrid have been underwhelming. They have been very, very underwhelming. He's gone through injuries, he's gone through bad form, he's gone through different coaches. You can keep that to the side. Now it's World Cup time. Now it's time for you to come in and show us why you are worth 140 million in the market, why you are still one of the best midfielders in the world. Because a lot of people have forgotten about you. A lot of people don't include you in the conversations of the best attacking midfielders or the best midfielders in the world. They don't. They've forgotten about you. You need to remind them why you are the guy. And if you can't remind them why you're the guy, a lot of pressure is going to be on you. A lot of English people, a lot of people in general are going to look at you and go, "Ooh, is Jude Bellingham washed? Is he not there anymore? Is he not the guy anymore?" And he needs to change that. And that's why I think he has the 8th most pressure coming into this World Cup, and that's why he is on my list. Number 7 is none other than Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior is, after Neymar, and probably even with Neymar now, still the best player for Brazil. When he's at his best, he's supposed to be the best player for Brazil. But his record for Brazil is atrocious. It is downright bad. It is so bad that Vinicius Junior, when he scores a goal, it's like an event. It's like, oh, once every 2 years, Vinicius Junior scored a goal for Brazil. And you can say, oh, Rafinha has a lot of pressure, but I think Vinny's a bigger name. Even though I'm a Barca fan, I think Vinny is a bigger name in football and a bigger name in Brazil than Rafinha is. And if once Neymar leaves, he will be the one holding that number 10. He'll be the one carrying that number 10 for Brazil. And with that comes a lot and a lot of pressure. And Vinicius Junior hasn't been able to handle that pressure. For Real Madrid, he does his thing. For Real Madrid, he does what he does. Although for the last 2 years, even for Real Madrid, I think Vinicius Junior has really, really underwhelmed. And because of that, I think this is kind of a resurgence. This is kind of a resurgence where Winnie has to go, all right, I'm going to show to the world why I'm still one of the best left wingers in the world. And coming to this tournament, a lot of people already thinking, oh, he's overhyped. Oh, he's just a one-time wonder. Vinicius Junior has come into this tournament, show the Brazilian people and the people around the world why he is still one of the best. And that's why he has a lot of pressure from Brazil. Because I think Neymar, he's going to play part in this World Cup. But a lot of the pressure, a lot of the attacking pressure is still going to come on Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior, everyone's going to expect him to perform, especially the Brazilians. And that's why I think he deserves to be on this list on number 7. And we got to see if he can handle this pressure because we've seen Vinny a lot of times not being able to, especially for Brazil. So he's number 7 on my list. And next player on my list is Bruno Fernandes at number 6. Bruno Fernandes is Portugal's attack. He's literally Portugal's attack because I don't really trust Leao. I don't really trust Neto. And Ronaldo, he's old, right? You're not expecting too much. I mean, you're expecting a lot from Ronaldo. We'll get to him, right? He's on this list. But Bruno Fernandes, for me, is their best attacker. He's their biggest chance creator. He's one of the best camps in the world. He's a Premier League Player of the Year. He's coming to this tournament with a lot of pressure on him, especially when the team around him really works for him. Vitinha, João Neves, Nuno Mendes, Cancelo, all these guys coming from those fullback areas, providing him with width, providing him with the midfield control he needs to perform his tricks and his risk-taking passes. Bruno Fernandes has that now. And I think he comes in this tournament hoping Portugal can make it to the final. Portugal have to make it to the final. Portugal have a lot of pressure. Portugal is deemed as one of the best teams in the world right now because of the players they have and because of the star power they hold. And Bruno Fernandes has to deliver that. Bruno Fernandes has to at least take Portugal to the semi-finals because if he doesn't, I think it's a failure. And I think Bruno Fernandes, although you guys might think, oh, it's going to be Ronaldo or why not Vitinha or Mendes or these guys, I think Bruno Fernandes is still probably just about their best chance creator and their best attacker in this team. And I think a lot of problems for Portugal in recent years have been to do with attacking, right? Morocco, when they got knocked out in the Euros, their attacking prowess hasn't been that good. And I think Bruno Fernandes has to really come into this tournament and go, all right, I'm going to change that. I'm going to create magic. I'm going to create something out of nothing. I'm going to be the X factor. And I think that's why, with that pressure on him, he's going to be on this list and number 6 on this list. Number 5 on this list will be Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or winner, the man who's won the Ballon d'Or, the man who's deemed as one of the best players in the world currently. But for France, just like Vinicius Jr., he's been awful. Ousmane Dembele has the same amount of goals as Olise. Olise scored a hat-trick the other day and he's equal Ousmane Dembele's record for France. And Olise's played like 10 minutes for France, bro. Let's be honest, Olise just about got here and he's already equal Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele's lowest point in his career came in a World Cup final where he got substituted because of how bad he performed. He got substituted in the first half. They didn't even wait for the halftime whistle to blow. They was like, hey, Usman, bro, back off. But this time, it's different. This time, Usman's coming into this tournament as one of the best players. He's coming to this tournament at the best possible form of his life. He's a Ballon d'Or winner. He's a Ballon d'Or holder. He's a Champions League winner, a 2-time Champions League winner, a goal in the final. But nothing for France yet. Nothing for France yet. Even in the warm-up games, he's been mediocre for France. And one of the reasons for that is because Deschamps doesn't really play him in a position where he's been successful, which is obviously the centre forward position, because Kylian Mbappe plays there. Ousmane Dembele is going to have to play on the right wing. And will he perform on the right wing? We'll see. Because France and Deschamps, they're not going to wait. If Ousmane's not performing, they got Cherki, they got Olise on the bench, they got Doué on the bench. If Ousmane's not performing, it's a back out situation. It's a bye-bye, on the bench you go situation. And Ousmane Dembele really has to show France and show the world why a Ballon d'Or winner can still perform at the biggest stage there is in football, and that is the World Cup. Because he's not been able to do it before, but he has to do it now because he's a winner. And I keep coming back to this Ballon d'Or thing, but it is true, right? When you're deemed as the Ballon d'Or winner, you're deemed as one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. You have a lot of expectation on you, and Ousmane Dembele definitely has a lot of expectation on him, especially for France because of how bad he's been. He can have a bad season to PSG now, and everyone will go, oh, "That's fine. You got them 2 Champions Leagues." But with France, you've got them nothing. So you have to come into this tournament and go, "I'm going to step up. I'm going to show everyone why I'm a Ballon d'Or winner and why I'm on the level of Kylian Mbappe." And do I think he can do that? I don't think so. I think he's going to have a bad tournament again. But we're going to find out how he really plays. But he is number 5 on my list, and he deserves to be on this list because the pressure of winning the Ballon d'Or is quite high. Number 4 on my list is Cristiano Ronaldo. It is 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's not because I think he's going to perform. It's not because I think he's going to be the one everyone's going to depend on in the attack. but it's gonna be because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's simple as that. He's Ronaldo. This is his last dance. This is his story. Everyone's expecting, everyone's dreaming, and creating scenarios in their head of how Ronaldo can finally win the World Cup. What I want Ronaldo to do, at least score a knockout goal in the World Cup. Because there's been 6 World Cups. You are the best goal scorer, right? Mathematically, you are the best goal scorer there has ever been. 964 goals, chasing 1,000 goals. You have scored everywhere you go. You're a goal machine. I want to go and see you score or knockout goal in the World Cup because you have zero right now. You have zero goal contributions in the knockout stages of a World Cup. And for you never to score in a knockout stage of World Cup is crazy to me. It's insane to me because you played in 2014 when you were in your prime. You played in 2018 when you were in your prime. 2022, you were on decline, but you're still Cristiano Ronaldo, and you still didn't play. Well, I think his best ever World Cup came in back in 2006, which was his first ever World Cup. Since then, I think he's been underwhelming in every single World Cup. So Ronaldo has to come into this tournament and really take it by storm. He has to at least score a knockout goal from me. A penalty, even if it's a penalty, I'm okay with it. But score a knockout goal, bro. Like, come on, come on, Ronaldo. Like, this is a blotch on your career right now. This is a massive, massive blotch on your career. Everything else in your career, perfect, perfect. Even if you don't win the World Cup, at least give me a knockout goal. At least give me a performance where, even if it's just headers or tap ins, a performance where I can go, Ronaldo won them that game. Ronaldo was the one that got them that goal in the knockout stage and took them to the quarterfinal, took them to the semi final. I want that from Ronaldo. And will Ronaldo deliver that? I don't know. But he does have a lot of pressure too, because he's still Ronaldo. He's still Portugal's face. He's still, everyone's looking at him and going, "You're my idol. You're the guy. Do something for us." And he has to do something for us. He has to inspire Portugal. He has to come in head and shoulders above everyone else and go, "Follow me, guys. Trust me, we're gonna win this. Help me score, help me pass to me." Because he has the players around him now. He has a star-studded squad around him. All he has to do is score those tappets, which he's done his entire life, but not in the World Cup yet. And can he do it? We will see. But that's why he is number 4 on my list, and that's why he has a lot of pressure coming into this World Cup. Number 3 on my list is the Prince of Brazil. It is Neymar Jr. And you can say, "Oh, Neymar's coming to this World Cup injured." Is he really going to have a lot of pressure? Yes, he is. He's number 10 of Brazil, and Brazilian people are crazy. Neymar brings a whole media and hype behind him. He is full of drama. Neymar's life, Neymar's career has been full of drama. We all know that, right? Everyone in the world, including in Brazil, pressured Carlo Ancelotti, literally told Carlo Ancelotti, "You have to get Neymar. You have to get Neymar." Carlo Ancelotti, I don't think if everyone didn't say that, I don't think Carlo Ancelotti gets Neymar. But because of the pressure, because of the noise, Carlo Ancelotti just said, "You know what? I'm not going to deal with the noise. Neymar, come." He's come now. He's the number 10 for Brazil, and he has to perform. He has to. Do I think he's going to? No, because I think his body has given up on him. I think it's been 3 years of injuries, of relapse of injuries, playing in Brazil. We haven't seen Neymar play top level football for almost 3 years now. And I don't think we're going to see him play that good in this World Cup either. Maybe against the small nations, he does his thing. But when he comes to the big nations, when he plays against the best nations and the best players, I think he's going to underwhelm. And I think that's going to be a kind of a killing point for a lot of people, because a lot of people are going to go, "Why do we call him?" Because you left Joao Pedro out for him. I wanted Ancelotti to call Neymar because of the noise. I think it just takes the pressure away from all the players and brings it on to Neymar. But it brings a lot of pressure onto him. It is a lot of pressure, and he's able to handle that pressure. He's still Neymar. He knows how to do it. But will he be able to? I don't think so. I don't think so this time, because his ability and his body has really given up on him. But Neymar does have a lot of pressure coming to World Cup. He's number 10 for Brazil, and Brazilians are still going to hold their hopes, hold their hands, and pray that Neymar does something for them. And will he or will he not? Well, we'll find out. But for that reason, he's number 3 on my list, and deservedly so. Number 2 on my list is actually someone who's won this competition. It's actually someone who has probably dropped one of the greatest final performances in this competition. But yet he's still on this list. And that is Kylian Mbappe. Kiki da Bundi. That's what they call him around there. Why is he on this list? Because he's Kylian Mbappe, because of the season he's had with Real Madrid, because of what's happened after he's left PSG and joined Real Madrid. PSG have won 2 Champions Leagues, Real Madrid have won trophyless. Kylian Mbappe needs this more for himself than he needs it for other people. But there's a lot of pressure. He's France's best player. He's probably the best player coming into this World Cup as in terms of World Cup form, because we all know what World Cup Mbappe can do. And he's someone everyone's going to be looking at and going, can you win it? Can you win it? Can you take us to the final? Can you do something for France? Not just score goals and get knocked out, but score important goals and go to the next competition, go to the next round. That is why he's going to have a lot of pressure on him. Real Madrid fans, the world, the French people, everyone's going to be looking at him going, all right, Kylian, show us what you got. Because in the last 2 years, you've scored goals. Good enough. Good for you. But you haven't been that good. You haven't scored them in important games. You haven't done enough for us in moments we needed you. And Kylian Mbappe has to do it this time. Because the world's going to be looking at him going, Kylian, hey, Kylian, come on now. Come on, that World Cup final hat trick. Think of the past. We're going to remember it. We're going to think about it. But you got to do it again. You got to show us why you can do it again. Because you're the main man for France now. You're the captain. Carry this team. Can Kylian do it? I think he can, right? He's Kylian Mbappe. He still has the ability to do this. But there's going to be a lot of pressure on him to do it. And that's why, for me, he's number 2 on this list. And lastly, we get to number 1. And who else but Harry Kane? Last time, scored a goal against France, but missed the penalty. And the penalty miss hurt him a lot, hurt England a lot. He's England's top goal scorer. He's England's best player. He's a Ballon d'Or contender, 61 goals this season. Can you do it for England in a World Cup now? Because Harry Kane scored goals in the World Cup, right? But I don't think of a performance where I go, damn, Harry Kane performance. That was Harry Kane's performance. He was so good in that game. I don't think of that. I can't think of a performance like that in a big major tournament. Not just the World Cup, the Euros, the World Cup, any major tournament. I can't think of a performance where I go, damn, Harry Kane was so good. And that's why I think he has a lot of pressure and the most pressure coming into this World Cup. Because England have a very good squad, they have an elite manager, and they have a Ballon d'Or contender. Maybe the player who if he wins the World Cup, will win the Ballon d'Or. Because he's got 61 goals for Bayern. He's won trophies for Bayern. He knows how to win now. Can he do it for England? Because a lot of people in England are going to be looking at him. They think he's England's top goal scorer. He's England's best player. He's England's captain. He's the one spearheading the attack. And he has to come in and not just score goals, but deliver performances in big matches like the quarterfinal, like the semi-final, maybe the final, and deliver at the highest level. And that's why I think he deserves to be on this list. And that's why I think he's going to be what everyone's going to be looking at and going, come on, if you want to win the Ballon d'Or, this is your chance. Because if you want to win the World Cup, Harry Kane wins the World Cup, he's going to get knighted and he's going to win the Ballon d'Or. He's going to go from top 10 best English players to maybe top 3 best English players ever. And for that reason, I think this is a huge tournament for Harry Kane. This is a huge point for Harry Kane, because the next World Cup, when it comes around, Harry Kane's going to be 36. He's going to be past his prime. He's going to be old Harry Kane, right? He's going to be an old age Harry Kane. He's going to be like Lewandowski when he played back in 2022. Very old, very not the best form. He can't do his link up stuff anymore at that age. So this is his tournament. This is kind of like his last chance to play in his prime and really deliver at the biggest stage there is. And for me, that is why Harry Kane is number 1 on this list. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Of course, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But this World Cup's going to be fun. And I'm going to bring some great content throughout this World Cup. So I'll be really, really grateful if you do subscribe. And until next time, see you later.